Welcome to another CheapWineFinder.com podcast for a wine we wrote up on the CheapWineFinder.com website. I'm Champion Dave, and this time we have a bargain wine with a story to tell. Sometimes cheap wines are just cheap wines, and this one not so much. What we have here today is a Gearbox Pinot Noir 2020, which I happened to be in Trader Joe's looking for a wine. And in the past, and since COVID, it has kind of dried up. There'd always be a new wine brand I never saw before at a ridiculously low price. And there was a lot of them. We had a lot to choose from, and, the price was always right. The Gearbox Pinot Noir 2020 is $5.99. It's from California, it says in the box, and then I took it home and started looking around, and it turns out that the Gearbox Pinot Noir 2020, it's made by Precision Wine Company. They have their own many brands of wine. They've made Trader Joe's wines in the past, and they sold this one under their own label for $15 on the internet, according to the internet, everywhere. So this is a legitimate $15 Pinot Noir selling for $6. It might be a closeout or something, because recently there's been price drops on a bunch of different internet wine shops, but none of them meet the $5.99 at Trader Joe's. So what do we have here? There's no tasting notes or anything available on it. It was a negociant wine, according to Precision Wine Company. A negociant wine is in the French style. What they would do, negociants back in France, they would go to various wineries, hand-picked wineries. They didn't want the bad wine. And they would get their surplus, and sometimes they'd merely relabel it, put their own label on it, all very hush-hush, so you didn't know where the original winery was, because they were selling it at a lower rate. Or sometimes they got smaller amounts, and they would put them together, and they create their own unique wine from all these different wines made for somebody else for a different purpose, but was left over. I'm going to take a taste of this wine. Yeah, it's classic old school Pinot Noir. Let's see what it's got. Mushrooms and dried autumn leaves and black cherry and licorice and a couple different flavors of spice, and there's some blueberry going on. There's a lot of flavor going here, and it's all subtle and kind of in depth. It's not one of those. It's not one of those feather. I like the really Oregon Pinot Noir feathery ones. No, it's a little bit more body than that, but it's still classic Pinot Noir. If you're into the Meiomi kind of Pinot Noir, that rich, bold style, this ain't it. And this is for people, if you really like Pinot Noir and you want to see how inexpensive you can go and still get a good one, well, this might be it at $5.99. Yeah, negociant. According to the internet, they didn't there was hard to find, but they said I could find people mentioning Carneros, which is half in Sonoma, half in Napa Valley, just above San Pablo Bay, and Clarksburg, which is in the San Pablo Bay Delta. So it's places where there was grapes, and it's done in the Burgundian style. So this is old school, not the new jammier, bigger style. And it tastes really good. I mean, it was a surprise. I didn't know what I was getting. I thought I'm just buying Pinot Noir is one of those wines that you don't want to go too low with. They've gotten better over the years. But anything under $10 at one point, you're just going to get a cherry-flavored red wine. I mean, you had to go above that to get a Pinot Noir experience. But that seems to, here it's $15. So it just happens to be selling for $6. But no, this one's, I'm going to take another taste because it tastes good. It's got smooth tannins. It's got really nicely well-balanced acidity. It allows the flavors to go on and on. Yeah. But it doesn't bite, doesn't get in the way. It just allows it to do its thing. Yeah, so sometimes getting a cheap wine and it's better than you ever expected it to be is way better than getting a killer $40 bottle of wine. Well, you knew the $40 wine's going to be good. You know, it's kind of like, yeah, I won today. I'm one up on the wine gods because I just found a $5.99 Pinot Noir. That's a really good drinking experience. Yeah, this is a no-brainer. If you're looking for a decent Pinot Noir at a ridiculously low price, you can't do much better than this one. And like it's from a legitimate winery. It's a negotiate wine where they picked out, they hand-picked out the vineyards they're going for. So there you are, $5.99 for a good Pinot Noir. The Gearbox Pinot Noir 2020, Trader Joe's, $5.99, originally $15. So that's it for me, I almost said Domain Dave. That was last year. I'm Champion Dave this year. And like us where you like a podcast, if you will. We appreciate it. I've got a Cabernet Sauvignon, again, $5 this time coming up. So we're in bargain mode. So stay safe, stay warm, and I'll be talking to everybody in a couple days. Adios. Keep it cheap. Bye-bye.